This is Houston, Texas, October 25th, 2024.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
The victim reports at 02:45 hours he was approached by three males with handguns.
Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
The robbers, they demand his wallet, his cell phone, and his keys.
Say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost.
Carjacked at a gas station in the wee hours of the morning.
Take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick.
Let's break this one down. Hey guys, retired Lieutenant Todd Heaton here with Humilitas First. I live in a red county, so I choose to patronize small towns to get my gasoline. So it's just not a big deal if I go inside the gas station and consider whether I want some candy, soda, or coffee. Not an issue. What do you think this young man with the balaclava is up to? I think he's scouting this car to see if anybody's sitting in the driver's seat. Also to see if there's any other passengers in the vehicle that might complicate the intended mob action, robbery, and carjacking that's about to hold sway. Good news, my brothers, that car, it's empty. We are just about done walking. Alright, let's get busy. At Humilitas First, one of the fundamental principles that's taught is tactical staging. In this case, using a blind spot or an obstructed view, well, that's tactically smart. This crew is setting up, or tactically staging, by using the pumps, the brick pillar as an obstruction to mostly keep out of sight until it's time for the surprise party. This is not a small town. This is a high crime dangerous part of Houston, Texas. And sunset was several hours ago. So if you're inside this gas station and your attention, your focus is right here, then you're going to miss all of this. Okay. If you get caught distracted, some would say if you get caught slipping, then men like these might throw you a wicked surprise party. If you have to stop for gas in a high crime dangerous area, as you're approaching the gas station, make sure you don't see any men walking towards the gas station while also concealing their identities. Pay at the pump and only get a few gallons, just enough to get you outside the big city to a relatively safer gas station because you prepaid with the credit card. If and when masked men begin approaching, the earlier the better. Just rack the pump, get in your car, put the car in gear, and drive away. Problem solved. If you think because you're concealed carry you can just do whatever you want and things are just going to work out, consider this. This victim, he did not see this coming. The lead unjust aggressor, he kind of begins to wander out a little bit to see what's what, pretending like he's talking on the phone just in case the guy sees him. To pretend like you're talking on the phone, that's a common ruse. Once he sees he's good, that the victim is oblivious, then he's going to reach for his pistol in the front of his waistband. See? Number two goes for his gun. If you look closely, it looks to me like he starts to set a drink, maybe a coffee, on the roof of his car. Then we see number three go for his gun. At this point, the victim has his oh crap moment. If you get surprised and suddenly a masked man breaks a blind corner, 2 to 3 yards from you, coming straight at you, you're probably going to have a startle response. Watch the victim's body momentarily get smaller. That's a startle response. The stimulus is the bad man who surprises you. And then the next 1/3 of a second to 4/10 of a second is wasted being startled. Here's a question for you. Have you trained yourself to always look at the hands first? Or are you looking at the face, the mask area? Because if you're looking at the face, you're wasting another tenth, maybe a few more tenths of a second before you see he has a gun in his hand. In my opinion, this isn't the time to go for your gun. You're too far behind in the process. Action beats reaction. This guy's already got his gun out and pointing at you. And he's so close, he's not going to miss. So it looks to me like he hands his keys or the key fob immediately over, which I think is really smart. Because in this case, that begins to stack the odds a little bit back his direction. 2 out of the 3 carjackers, well, now their focus, their attention is no longer on the victim. It's on getting in the car. So he's down to this one threat whose expectations are things are going to go like they've gone for every other robbery. This guy's complying. He's going to continue to comply. This robber, he's doing the stop and frisk. He's patting this guy down, looking for other valuables, specifically cell phone and wallet. If I'm the victim here, maybe I'd do exactly what this victim did. Live to fight another day, be a good witness. On the other hand, if I'm concealed carry, and I believe that he is going to find the gun, maybe he's doing a really thorough search of my waistline. Well, if I'm going to do a counter ambush, launch a surprise party, I'm going to want to do that when these first 2 robbers are preoccupied, when they're distracted. More than I'm going to want to do it upon the initial approach, because the bad guy's expectations upon initial approach, they're going to be uncertain. They're not going to know what I'm going to do. It's my belief that once those expectations get set, they get established. Maybe that's all I need to simultaneously draw ready up and stop the fight. Maybe I do it as he begins to move behind me, temporarily losing sight of my right hand. Maybe I simultaneously draw and turn following him. He's going to be confused. Why are you turning? And then all of a sudden the gun's up, high upper chest or face level, and within a fraction of a second he is shot and incapacitated. And I'm moving and reorienting on the other threats. Maybe I try something else. The point is, if I'm going to launch a counter ambush, a counter surprise party, is it going to be better when they're most ready to shoot me, or when expectations have been set? Great news, the victim's complying fully, and they think this is going to go like every other robbery. So they become a little bit complacent. Maybe I only need a little bit, just a few extra tenths of a second, half second, to do what I need to do to stop the threat. I'm just giving you some things to think about here.
Lost, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't